Holy Trinity for giving us saints in heaven who constantly intercede for us. Today, I would like to talk about Saint George, the patron saint of England. He was an officer of the Cappadocian Greek origins, member of the Praetorian Guard for the Roman Emperor Diocletian. He was sentenced to death for boldly professing his Christian faith. He was born to Polychronia and Gerontios in circa 280 in Cappadocia, an area that is now a part of Turkey. Legends about him as a warrior saint dating right from the 6th century became so popular. Even we have heard of him rescuing the Libyan king's daughter from a dragon and then slaying the monster in return for a promise by the king's subjects to be baptized. This is a theme which is much represented in art. We picturize him as a youth wearing a knight's armor with a scarlet cross. He was executed in circa April 23rd in Lydia for protesting Diocletian's persecution of Christians. St. George was known in England by at least the 8th century. And here's an interesting story behind how he came to be known as the patron saint of England. The returning crusaders likely popularized his cult. But he was not recognized as England's patron saint until after King Edward III made him the patron of the newly founded Most Noble Order of the Garter. He was also adopted as protector of several other medieval powers, including Portugal, Genoa, and Venice. With the passing of the chivalric age and finally the Protestant Reformation, the cult of St. George dwindled. It was a holy day of obligation for the English Roman Catholics until the late 18th century. It is now an optional memorial for local observance. St. George was canonized by Pope Gelasius in 494 AD. Nothing of St. George's life or deeds can be established because of the limited sources. But as the Pope rightly said, St. George was one of those whose names are justly reverenced among men, but whose acts are only known to God. We celebrate his feast day on April 23rd. He became one of the most venerated saints in Christianity, and he has been especially venerated as a military saint since the Crusade. During this tough time of our battle against the COVID-19 virus, just like how St. George held fast to his faith in Christ even during persecutions, let us also seek his intercession that we too may be models of true faith in Christ Jesus. Amen.
Holy Trinity, one God,
have mercy on us.
Holy Mary,
pray for us.
Saint John the Baptist,
pray for us.
Saint Peter,
pray